one we know and love.
Have you previously played King's Quest V?
Why, yes, I have. And that is why I am going to restore my save.
Graham begins to shiver at the sudden drop in temperature.
All right, Graham. Ooh, look at his cold sprite. Look at how he moves as a cold man. It's so amusing, I almost just want to keep going like this. But I must not be cruel. I must put on this thing.
Graham dons his warm cloak for protection against the freezing mountain air.
No, there's no main menu. Just gotta restore from start of game. Alright. Now I venture forth. Along this mountainous path. Alright. So, we have come to an impasse on this trail. Fortunately, I have a rope, so I can scale this mountain here. Graham is quite skilled with the lasso there.
Oh, be careful, Graham!
Yeah, I hear ya. Nervous Nelly Cedric, always worrying over...
Thanks for playing King's Quest V.
Alright, well, I didn't give you enough credit there, buddy. Alright, cloak.
Graham dons his warm cloak for protection against the freezing mountain air.
Of course. You're gonna need it, bud. So let's go about it a little differently this time. Instead of latching onto that branch, let's try latching onto something else. Something more sturdy. This, perhaps? No? This, perhaps? No?
Graham notices his stomach beginning to rumble with hunger from the exertion of the mountain climb.
My stomach is rumbling with hunger. That means I should probably eat. What do I got here? I could eat this delicious custard pie, or I could have a little piece of this lamb chop here. I think that's what this is.
This is a large, mouth-watering leg of lamb.
Yep. Leg of lamb, not lamb chop, excuse me. To any lambs who may have been offended.
Graham finds the leg of lamb a bit tough, but tasty enough. Filling up quickly, he saves the other half for later.
Beggars can't be choosers, man. I know you're a king, but we're on a journey here.
Oh, be careful, Graham!
Eat the cheese. No downside to eating cheese. Do I have cheese? I forgot about that. Let's see. This is the pie.
The custard pie looks delicious.
I doubt it looks very delicious anymore. You have been carrying it in your pants for a while, Nan.
Graham carries a softened lump of beeswax.
So beeswax, pie, and a tambourine.
It is an ordinary tambourine.
When was there cheese, What Wizard? Alright, so... Journey ho.
No, stay away from the edge!
Uh-oh. That last step was a doozy.
Oh, man. There is cheese. Cheese is a very important item in this game. However, I don't think it comes till later.
Ooh, do be careful, Graham.
Uh-oh. That last step was...
Alright, let's try this again.
Oh, do be careful, Graham.
I like how Cedric just kind of like continues sitting there when you die. Totally cold-hearted. Alright, we got this. We got this.
No, stay away from the edge.
Did I need to put my hand on the log?
Oh, that last step...
Alright. Last time. Third time's the charm. Right? Third time's the charm.
Oh, do...
Yeah, I hear you, Cedric. Alright, we got this. We got this. Okay. So... maybe I need to walk here and then onto the log? Yeah, here we go. See? No problem, Cedric. No problem. Yes, it's a very exciting puzzle.
Graham, help me!
Oh, crap! Oh, no. Cedric! Whatever will we do without you? I'll rescue you, buddy.
Uh-oh. That last step was a doozy.
Alright, there is an easier way to do this. What Wizard says don't save him, but he's our friend, What Wizard? Where would Cleopatra be without her Antony? Where would Harold be without his Maud? Where would Graham be without his Cedric? Nice work there, Graham.
Drat, my sled is broken.
Oh well. Can I pick her up?
The broken sled is now no good to anybody.
Alright. What Wizard says that's debatable. Well... what's up, little buddy?
A shivering eagle perches weakly upon a small rock. Despite his own problems, Graham's heart goes out to the poor thing.
What's wrong, Mr. Eagle?
I'm so weak from hunger. I haven't been able to catch any food for days. I can barely fly anymore.
I'd like to help you, but let me see what I can do.
Well, seeing as this is,
Thank you. I need food.
What Wizard says that I should take this new bird as a replacement Cedric. Well, all of the animals talk to Graham because he had a spell put on him by the wizard, Crispin. So, okay, well, under normal circumstances, I would save this leg of lamb for myself, but seeing as you are the most American of all birds...
Here, take this. Perhaps it will help you.
You are a kind man to share your meager food with a poor bird, especially up here in these snowy mountains.
You sound very grateful.
Well, I couldn't just stand there and
You
let
are
you
a good
starve
man
to
to
death.
share
What
your
kind of
meal with
person
a
would I
poor
be?
bird.
You have shown yourself to be a kind, compassionate man, and I will not forget what you did for me. Goodbye, dear friend.
Everyone in this speaks in such broad moral absolutes. No casual emotional gratitude, just, You always reach out to others whene'er you may. You are a kind man. Alright. Onward. Oh no. They seem to have been apprehended by a couple of wolves.
I am Queen Isabella, and you have entered my domain now. I command you to kneel before me. Since both you and your friend over there have so thoughtlessly invaded my territory without my permission or knowledge, I have decided you shall both be put to death. Take him away, my pet.
Alright. Well, what are our options here? We have a hammer. I could attempt to beat the dogs to death with it. That doesn't seem to work. I have a tambourine. That seemed to have scared away the snakes. Would it scare away the dogs? Appears not. How about this harp? They do say that music tames the wild beast.
Warning. This cartoon contains material that may be necessary for
wasn't it?
information or clues to complete this game. Please be sure to check your inventory if you decide to skip.
Another content warning. Just to make sure that the message got through, this scene may contain explicit materials.
Wait, my pet. That was very lovely music. I've never heard anything quite that beautiful before.
Really?
I think I felt my heart melting. Just a little bit.
You've really not been
Just
around the
enough,
bush very
that is.
often, have you?
To allow you a chance for your freedom. A vicious Yeti has entered the area and taken up residence in my prized crystal cave. So far, I have been unable to extricate him from either the cave or my territory. If you can rid me of the Yeti, I will release both you and your owl friend, and you two can continue on your journey unhindered.
Alright.
You may rise now. I wish you luck in defeating the Yeti. If you succeed, you will have my undying gratitude. Go with him, Sir Grey Wolf. Show him the way to
Sir
the
Grey
Crystal
Wolf.
Cave. You may go now. Sir Grey Wolf will lead the way.
Such originality in the names of these wolves. Well, you could just journey with the wolf. That would be cool. Graham with a wolf companion.
Yonder's the Crystal Cave. There you will find the Yeti.
Oh man, the voice acting in this game. It's good. It's good. Alright, well, since I'm about to fight the Yeti, I should probably save. If I remember anything about Yetis from the previous game, you can defeat them by turning into a fly. By the previous game, I mean King's Quest III. However, I do not have my fly potion handy. How about this hammer? Can I beat you to death with this hammer?
That will do nothing to help Graham fight the powerful Yeti.
Really? Too powerful for a hammer, huh? Well, how about this tambourine? Can I shake the tambourine and scare him like I did the snake?
That will do nothing to help Graham fight the powerful
No?
Yeti.
Too powerful for the power of the tambourine, huh? How about the magic wand? Can you cast a spell on him?
Graham gives the wand a good shake. but it only fizzles and dies.
Alright. Don't have the magic power to defeat the Yeti. Maybe he might just be hungry. Maybe he wants a delicious pie.
Too late! What an abominable situation Graham has found himself in.
Okay. An abominable situation. I gotcha. Okay, so we did get some positive feedback, at least on the pie front. So maybe the Yeti really isn't so bad after all. Just wants a little slice of pie. So let's give him some pie. Oh, great. Yep. The powerful Yeti, too strong for a hammer. But a custard pie. I don't even know what to say to that. Actually, I'm going to let the King's Quest companion speak for me. I think only this will be able to shed any light on this illogical travesty. So, according to the King's Quest companion, this is what was running through Graham's mind when he decided to throw a pie at the Yeti in order to defeat him. So now, the Yeti is a huge and fearsome creature, human-shaped but several times larger, covered with coarse and pungent fur, and overly equipped with long claws and fangs. It is said that their intellectual capacity is nil, but no one I have ever heard of has ever survived initiating a conversation with the Yeti. Graham saw no sight of the beast as he neared its cave, so he picked up his stopping place close to the entrance so that he could keep watch while he ate. On the trail behind him waited the wolf, and ahead the path twisted behind a large boulder. A vast precipice plunged down beside the trail to his right, and the cave was to his left. The custard pie, of course, had not traveled well. It still had its oval shape, but it was greatly dented and smeared, even to Graham, whose sweet tooth never saw a pie it didn't like, found it unappetizing. It was at this moment, as the king was staring disappointedly at the custard pie, that the snow monster arrived on the scene. It had the courtesy, at least, to announce its arrival with a killer roar, and that is what saved the king's life. What would you do, dear reader, if confronted that quickly by such a monster, while stupidly looking at a pie, instead of looking out for danger? What Graham did was totally reflexive. Startled, he jumped at the roar and flung with what was in his hand in the direction of the attack. The king's aim is good, it always has been. The custard pie splattered squarely in the Yeti's face. The creature literally never knew what hit it, and with vision totally obscured by the gooey filling, it stepped off the cliff's edge. The beast may be falling still. So quickly had it all happened that it took the king a few moments to realize that he had beaten the monster. Did I really do that? He asked the heavens. Shaking his head in befuddlement, he entered the Yeti's lair to make sure there was no other beasts about. Alright, so there we have it. Not even Graham is sure what he did, or why. Perhaps it can only be explained inside the demented minds of a video game developer. Alright, so we do want to get our hands on one of these things. Best way to do it is a hammer. I'll just lay it out there. Real quick.
So very gently, Graham hits the beautiful crystal several times with his hammer until it breaks loose in one piece, then carefully places it among his other possessions.
That is all. And out we go to the wild yonder. For absence makes the heart go yonder, or so I have heard. What Wizard says, the cave of constant static. Did you happen to catch how I defeated the Yeti, What Wizard?
I see that the Yeti is dead. Queen Isabella will be pleased. Come.
see that the Yeti is dead.
You know who he sounds like? He sounds
Warning,
like Stitch.
this cartoon contains
from the movie
material
Lilo
that
and
may be
Stitch.
necessary for information
Yeah,
or
mini
clues
porn,
to
I've heard
complete
it
this
before.
game. Please be sure to
No, I missed it. Well, what wizard, dear friend, the Yeti was too powerful for my hammer. Instead, I needed to defeat him, of course, with a custard pie, which I threw into his face. And he plummeted off the cliff. Not even Graham is sure why he did what he did, according
Good.
to the King's
You have
Quest
returned
companion.
in victory, I presume.
Yes, Your Majesty. The Yeti is dead. He will no longer be a scourge upon your realm. Are my friend and I free to go now?
Yes, I keep my promises. I want to thank you for ridding my mountain domain of the horrible Yeti. Please rise, King Graham.
It's okay, what wizard? I can
Yes,
do a real...
I know who you are, and I have been informed of your quest. I do wish
I have a
luck
save right
against the
before it,
wicked
so I can do a
mortal.
fast replay if you want. It's worth seeing twice.
You two may go. We wish you well on your difficult journey.
Unfortunately,
Sir
she has
Greywood
freed
will show you
Cedric
the
as
way
well.
out of the mountains.
Yes, the Yeti is deady. Nah, that's fine. I'll just watch it on YouTube tomorrow. Alright. Sounds good. See, Cedric has it so easy. If only we all had wings. For a winged creature, you are quite the coward, Cedric. Alright, where to next? Alright.
The savage gray wolf stubbornly blocks Graham's passage back to the Ice Queen's palace. Graham's duty's done. The large gray wolf now sits in silence, blocking the passage back to the Ice Queen's palace.
Alright, well, didn't think there was a path forward here, but apparently there is.
Oh, if you're going back to the dreaded Yeti cave, I'll wait here.
Oh, is there something... Is there another path forward? Perhaps this way? It's not totally clear.
Uh-oh. That's
Alright, this way. No.
the savage...
Perhaps this way.
The sa-
Where's the path forward?
the...
It doesn't require going to the Yeti cave, Cedric. Alright, enough of that.
Uh-oh.
Let's go, Graham. I'm cold, and I want to get out of here.
Okay. We're on our way, I just need to... Oh, okay. Interesting top-down perspective.
Graham, watch out!
Oh no. What's happening? Oh, I seem to have been captured by a large bird. Birds truly are the worst in this game. There's a glittering pixelgram, you must rescue it.
Graham rescues a lovely golden locket
yes,
from the leafy
rescues.
clutches of the rock's nest.
Of course. Oh no. Here's Johnny.
Nice birdie. Good birdie. Gucci Gucci Goo.
I'm not sure that's gonna endear you to them, Sir Graham. Or King Graham, excuse me.
Hang on, I'll get you out of this.
Ah, yes, our valiant hero with a unenthusiastic voice has come and saved the day. So now we find ourselves on a beach. Well,
Oh, Graham, where have you been? I've been looking all over for you.
You'd never believe it, Cedric. You'd never believe it.
try me! I'm a talking owl! Ooh. Alright, so I have found my way onto this beach. Of course, there's something on the ground. I must pick it up. What is it?
The heavy iron bar is a bit rusted from being out in the weather.
Well, that answers that question. It's a heavy iron bar. Alright. There is a section that will... There's a section coming up that would, serve me well to have a...
Look, Graham, there's a boat here.
There we go.
Maybe we can use it.
Alright. Here we go. So, maybe we can use this boat as Cedric. So astutely noted.
Come on, Cedric, get in the boat.
Aye, aye, Captain. Look out, there's a hole in the boat.
Help! Help!
Cedric! No!
Thanks for playing King's Quest 5.
Okay, we have to do something about that, I guess. So, what's the problem here?
An old cast-off sailboat sits forlornly on the narrow sandy beach.
What wizard?
An old cast.
I just drowned.
An old cast.
Graham seems unable to observe whether or not there is a hole in the boat. But since I drowned, I know there to be a hole in the boat, so I will fix that with this beeswax.
Firmly, Graham wedges the softened piece of beeswax into the small hole in the boat's hull. Hopefully, the wax will hold and make her seaworthy.
Alright.
Come on, Cedric, get in the boat.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Hopefully this time we will not drown. So let's go. Across the blue ocean.
nasty sea creature.
Indeed. Alright, let's try this again. So, if I'm not mistaken, we want to go east. And east. And south. There we go. We found an island.
Look, Graham. Ooh, an island. Perhaps we should explore it.
Yes, I think we should, Cedric.
You're suddenly very enthusiastic, Cedric, for an owl who once told me not to go into a forest. But who am I to judge? I don't question these things, Cedric, and neither should you. In fact, if you just don't talk, that would be quite welcome.
Ooh, Graham. I don't like the looks of this.
Me neither.
Oh no.
Graham, help me!
Oh, Cedric, I'm not going to be able to help you if I'm also in the talons of these creatures.
Where did you find him, Manada? We found him on the beach. Isn't he luscious? I don't know. He doesn't look like my type.
Oh
What
man,
do
the
you
voice
think,
acting.
Serena? I think he looks too old and tough. I like my meals to be young and tender. Don't be so picky. I'm tired of fish. I haven't had a man in months. Yes, you did. I saw you steal a man off a raft just last.
Well, last time I was in a sticky situation, I played a harp. So why don't I do it again?
Oh, he doesn't count. He was already tipped over by the time I got to him. What's he doing? What's that thing? I don't know, but I want it. Hey, stop here! Come on and get her, girl! Get her!
Well, that's that. And there appears to be a shimmering pixel on the ground here.
Graham quickly bends down and rescues the fishhook from the ground.
Man, Graham does a lot of rescuing. Rescuing a fishhook, rescuing a necklace. Well, this is a conundrum, isn't it? Isn't it, What Wizard? If this were a Telltale game, this is where we would have a slow motion moving shot of Cedric, switch quickly to a slow motion moving shot of the path forward. Which will we decide? To leave Cedric to die on this godforsaken island, or should we take him and bring him to the medical attention he so desperately needs? What do you think, What Wizard? Well, What Wizard seems to be otherwise preoccupied, so I will make the decision unilaterally. I will decide to rescue our dear Cedric.
Graham, help me.
Cedric, where do you hurt?
Ooh, everywhere.
Alright, Cedric. I'm not sure where we'll find medical attention, but we'll get it for you. Don't worry, old buddy. Everything will be okay.
Graham bends over and picks up the beautifully colored shell.
What Wizard says, lay Cedric to rest in the sea. Well... Cedric does not appear to be in my inventory, or else I would indulge you in...
That was a nasty sea creature.
Yeah. Alright, we do have one more chance to venture on without Cedric. But of course we won't.
Graham! Help me!
Cedric,
Yeah, I know, you hurt your diet. Let's venture on. Take the seashell while we're at it.
Graham bends over and picks up the beautifully colored shell.
And this time I will not forget to save. West, back to shore. We must get medical attention, and soon. Excuse me, sir, do you practice owl medicine? Perhaps whoever lives in this here hut can help us.
Graham pounds on the door, but he finds it bolted from the inside. He can, however, hear activity within.
Who are you? And what are you doing on my beach?
I'm King Graham of Daventry, and I'm on a journey to find the wizard Mordax Island, but I seem to be stuck. I don't know where to go from here.
Hey, what's that you
I've been
saying?
saying that this entire time. Alright. Perhaps this shell will help you here.
What's this? Now, what were you wanting?
What wizard
My
is
owl
asking
friend is
why
hurt.
the voice
He was
acting is
wounded
so
by the
bad?
harpies.
Wounded by the harpies, did you say? We'll bring him on into the
They
house.
literally just
I'll
asked
fix
people
him
around
right
the
up.
office to
Good
voice the
as new.
characters. It was before the time of professional voice actors being brought in for computer games.
Lay him on the bed there. These poultices should fix the little fella up good as new.
The sound compression is also bad enough that it's really hard to understand what they're saying. Which is why text would be really nice.
Ooh, I'm feeling better already. Tell me, what was in those poultices?
Well,
My
Wizard
employer
says it
would
still
be
didn't need to
very
be this
interested
bad.
in them.
Perhaps not.
Hey, what was
Take
that?
it up with the
I
staff at
said,
Sierra
what was
next
in
time
those
you see them.
poultices? My employer would be interested in them.
Gifts from the sea, lad. Gifts from the sea. Ain't nothing special. You just gotta know how to use them.
Oh,
I don't
yes.
think you'd find them particularly interesting. Now, son, what was it you were trying to tell me before?
I was trying to find out where
God,
the
look at
wizard
those muscles
Mordax
on King
Island
Graham.
is.
I know I say it every
Kidnapped my
time,
family and
but
is holding them hostage there. I
help
must
but
get
God.
to them before it's too late.
Oh, I'm right sorry to hear about that. He's a nasty one, that Mordak. I wouldn't want to tangle with him. I tried to talk you out of going there, except I can see you can't leave your poor
if I
defenseless
recall,
family
the
unaided.
fortune
I can
teller
enlist
said
someone who
that
can lead you
that's
straight to his
Mordak
island.
is a bad
Follow
one.
me outside.
And the hermit describes Mordek as a nasty one. You'd think that if Mordek is really all that bad, their language for him might be a little stronger. But maybe these are just a very understated kind of people. Ah, mermaid.
Pearl, this man needs your help.
Girl?
He needs you to lead him to Mordek's island. It's a real emergency.
It's an
Mordek's
emergency.
holding his family hostage. Pearl can't speak human talk, but she's agreed to help you. Just get on into your boat and follow her.
Cedric and I want to thank you for all your help, Mr.
Don't worry about who I am. You just get on over to that there island and take care of your family.
Aye, aye, sir. We're off.
He's
Come
very
on,
secretive.
Cedric.
What is he hiding? Well, Wizard says, sexist old man commands woman unable to refuse. Yep. That is how it seems, isn't it?
Oh no! Watch out for the rocks, Graham!
Brace yourself, Cedric!
Seems like a moment tailor-made for a Disney World darkroom ride.
Help me, I'm caught! Oh, help!
Ooh, help!
Are you all right, Cedric?
Well, let me see.
Mordek's castle is built on a volcano, what wizard? That's where the lava is coming from. Alright.
Ugh, a dead fish. Well, maybe I can use it.
If there's anything I know about dead fish, they always come in handy.
Unfortunately, nothing can be done about the wrecked boat. It
All right.
appears that Graham and Cedric are stuck here, perhaps forever.
Well, I hope not forever. I'd like to go to bed eventually.
Oh, I don't like this place. It's creepy.
Cedric really likes to roll his R's. I'm not really sure what accent he's going for.
Two monstrous statues of grotesque, distorted serpents face each other across the narrow trail leading to Mordek's castle.
Alright. Well, this is probably like the two statues from the Neverending Story. So long as I walk through without a shred of fear, I should be good. Or not.
Too bad. It looks like the eyes have it.
Ah! Alright, let's try that again. What wizard says that Graham is a kleptomaniac? Perhaps. He's only following advice that his father gave him. Graham's father, according to the King's Quest companion, once said to pick up everything that wasn't nailed down, and Graham has been faithfully following that advice ever since. Alright, so what can we use to defeat these evil statue creatures? Perhaps we can disassemble them with a hammer.
That won't help with the stone serpents.
Perhaps we can pry them loose with this crowbar.
That won't help with the stone serpents.
Perhaps we can block their death rays with this crystal. Ah, that seems to be the solution. Nice. Alright. Well, we have defeated them.
Well, it looks like there's no way in. Let's turn back.
Come on,
Yeah,
Cedric!
That makes all kinds of sense, Cedric. Alright. Well, let's go around the side, then.
See? Dead end. Let's go back now.
No, I'll figure this out.
See, that's Cedric's purpose. Cedric's purpose is to be a naysayer. That makes Graham look all the more heroic in comparison. He serves a very important
Graham
literary
tugs
purpose.
hard on the grate, but soon finds it's rusted in place and can't be budged.
Well, perhaps a crowbar would help. There we go.
Ooh, you're crazy to go down into that dark hole. You don't know what's down there.
Well, do you have any better ideas?
No, mind if I wait for you here?
No, that's a good idea, Cedric. You be the lookout out here.
Yeah, you be the lookout.
Whoa, be the lookout. Ooh, be careful, Graham.
In fact, why don't you just be a lookout for the rest of this game? How about that? Okay, so this maze, if I recall, is a little bit tricky because unlike the other sections of the game, it does not have the perspective actually does adjust based on the direction that you're turned at any given moment, rather than simply having completely pre-rendered backgrounds. Okay. So, I believe... And then, while facing this direction, I'm going to want to go right. And right. Alright, so there is a way to deal with these little guys, and that is to charm them with the sounds of the tambourine, just as we did the snake. See? He's a musical guy. And he took it with him.
Graham reaches down and grabs the hairpin off the labyrinth floor.
Good. Let's keep going. Alright. Forward ho. And forward ho. And forward ho. And let's go left. And forward ho. Forward ho. And let's go right. let's go left. And let's go right. And let's go left. That is not the direction I wanted to go, I don't think. Okay. A little turned around now, but hopefully we can get our bearings back. No. Might need to restore my earlier game. It is very easy to get turned around in these mazes. The quasi first-person perspective thing doesn't quite work out so well for this universe. Yeah. I think we might need to restore that earlier save, unfortunately. Okay. We're restoring that earlier save now. So I know exactly where we are here. So let's go south. And let's go to the left. And let's go forward. And let's go forward. Let's go to the left now. Let's go forward. Let's go forward. Let's go to the right. And let's go to the left. And let's go to the right. And let's go to the left. That did not take me where I thought it would. Shoot. Alright. Let's try this. Okay. Previous save, we'll get there. As I said, it is very easy to get turned around here. Alright, I think this is the part where I tend to get turned around, and I'm not... sure... Okay, hopefully this is our destination.
The hairpin is made
Alright.
of a carved piece of bone
So,
with a sharp metal clip attached to it.
we have this hairpin here that we got from Dink.
Graham inserts the hairpin into the door's large keyhole and discovers, to his amazement, that it fits perfectly.
Of course it
Turning
does.
it ever so gently, he soon hears a soft click, and the door is unlocked.
There's rarely a locked door without a key in an adventure game. Alright. This is quite a creepy environment that we'll get to
Inside
explore
the cupboard, Graham's eyes fall upon a bag of dried peas. Reaching into the open cupboard, Graham retrieves the bag of dried peas.
Alright. Anything else?
Graham examines the contents of the shelves, but doesn't see anything of interest. Graham examines the
Okay. Alright, let's move forward.
Don't come near me! Leave me alone!
I would never hurt you. I'd like to help you.
I don't believe you! You're probably one of them!
I'm not. Believe me.
Just go away! Please! I don't want to talk to you anymore!
Hey! Girls like jewelry, right? Am I right? Ah!
Warning, this cartoon contains material that may be necessary
yeah. Not appropriate for children. We got it.
Wherever did you find my gold locket? I thought it was gone for good. I lost it on the island just after I was brought here by Mordak.
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you. But tell me, who are you?
That's Graham's
and how did you come
catchphrase
to
in this
be
game.
here?
My name is Princess Casima.
Not sure
from the kingdom of
if
the
any of
Green
these
Isle.
happenings are all that
My father,
unbelievable in this
the
universe,
king,
but
employed
whatever.
a horrible wazir who befriended Mordak. When Mordak saw me, he immediately wished to marry me and bring me here. Naturally, I refused, and my father agreed with me.
Naturally.
But our refusal angered him so much that he stole me here anyway and put me to work as a scullery girl. He says he will never let me go, that a scullery girl I will remain until I agree to marry him. But the thought revolts me. What am I to do?
Don't worry. I'm here to save my family from the evil wizard. He's got them here someplace, imprisoned inside a glass bottle. If I can manage to rescue them, then of course I wouldn't forget you either.
He
I
has
know
them
the glass
imprisoned here
bottle
somewhere
you're talking
inside a
about.
glass bottle.
It's in Mordak's laboratory upstairs.
Whatever you say.
Keep
Graham.
quiet about my presence. I think this will be the most difficult part of my journey. I may not survive it.
I would never give you away, and I will help you in any way I can, kind sir.
Alright. Well, we've made a friend. So with that, we journey forth through the great quest of kings. Everyone's favorite creepy environment. Oh no! It's a blue guy with weird frog legs. Alright, so we have one chance to do this, and it is essential for beating the game. So you see how there is a mouse hole here that a rat just scurried into, or a mouse?
Graham finds himself in a dirty, dingy cell somewhere below Mordak's castle.
Well, apparently the narrator does not see it.
Graham finds that his hand is too large to reach very far into the small mouse hole.
Alright, but there is something in there that we need in order to beat this game. Did you get it?
There, got it. The fishhook did the trick in retrieving the piece of cheese from the mouse hole.
In order to get the piece of cheese, we needed to use that fishhook we found on the beach back there. This is your only chance to do it. Because if you get captured again and go into this prison, you will never escape. But we can escape this time with the help of Cosima.
Hello.
What? Oh, Princess Cosima, where did you come from?
From the labyrinth. I spend a lot of time down here, you know.
Dance,
with my friends.
magic, dance.
Friends?
Yes, like Dink and Sam. I don't know if you ever saw Sam or not. Anyway, I found this loose stone once that led here, to this cell. Now come on, you'd better get out of here.
Alright. So... if you don't keep up with Cosima, you can get very lost. So let's not lose track of her. And no, she will not wait up for you. Alright. Back into Mordak's Manor. Okay. Oh shoot. This is not a good place to encounter him. Apparently it was too late. And this time when you go into the cell, we're never getting out, as you'll soon discover. Yeah. I would stick around and wait, but I can tell you right now that she does not come. Alright. So this time we will be a little more prepared. What we want to do here is we want to toss this bag of dried peas on the ground. So as to cause the blue thingy to slip on the dry peas. And we will never need to deal with him again after that. So I'm not sure if we just wait here if he'll come, or if we need to try actively walking across. But as we discovered last time, if you walk towards the door, you might get too close. Alright, how about in here? Can you join us in here? Alright, here he comes. Alright, so now he slips on the keys. And he's done for. Okay. Not sure where my cursor went there.
Graham wants no part of this beast.
Alright, so we have slain the blue beast once and for all. Okay, and so, this cat may be familiar to you.
The black cat eyes Graham suspiciously.
It is, in fact, the very cat that we encountered in the game King's Quest III. It is Manannan, the wizard that Alexander turned into a cat in the third King's Quest game. And so we'll need to take care of him before we can make it to Manannan's lair, or the very depths of Manannan's lair. So to do that, first we'll need to offer him a fish. Here you go, buddy. Let's see if we can talk to him.
You! How did you get here?
I have journeyed far, over land and sea.
Never mind. Your journey is now over.
Well, I guess talking to him will cause him to go and inform Mordak that I am here. So, well, we'll just check out that death sequence, just for shits and giggles. But it will indeed be a death sequence. I have to say, I'm disappointed with Manannan's voice.
Goodbye, King Graham of Daventry.
He doesn't sound nearly as menacing as I had hoped he would. He does the whole Darth Vader force choke thing to take you
Poor
out.
Graham. Mordak shows no mercy.
Alright, so as I was saying before, there's a two-tiered trick to this. First, you distract Manannan with the cat, or with the fish, and then you do this.
It wouldn't be wise for Graham to carry the cat around.
Alright. What Wizard says, is Mordak wearing a hat? I don't know. I guess we can find out next time we see him. Okay, upstairs. I think it might be his hair, but it's hard to tell. Alright, so this is Mordak's bedroom, as you might be able to tell. It's a very creepy place.
This looks interesting.
Okay.
Graham wonders what the symbols mean.
So that is an important piece of the puzzle there, as we will need that knowledge once we do battle with the wizard the wizard Mordak. And now, this is kind of a cool little thing. At least it was at the time. But as you can see you can actually see through the doorway there. So that means that if we wait out of sight long enough, Mordak will eventually appear in that area and fall asleep. But it's kind of a neat thing, because at the time it was pretty unusual for you to be able to see things dynamically past the current square, of the map or whatever. Not sure how long it'll take for Mordak to appear, but it'll happen. Ah, there he is. Now he is asleep. And now that Mordak has fallen asleep, we can take his wand, which is resting here on the table. What Wizard says, is this the King's Quest game notorious for bad puzzles, or is that a different one? I think this one, I mean, I think every King's Quest game has its decent representation of bad puzzles. This one, I think, is particularly notorious for just having puzzles that make very, very little logical sense. The previous King's Quest games, I mean, have some pretty illogical puzzles, but they also have some very logical ones. I don't think this one has a single logical puzzle, so it's probably fairly this one. Alright, I'm gonna do something stupid and wake Mordak up.
This would not be a good time to bother Mordak.
Alright, never mind. You're no fun, narrator. Alright. And up we go. Okay, so with this machine, we need to activate our wand, which, of course, as you probably remember, Crispin has given us this wand, this dead wand that we've been carrying with us through the whole game. And the trick is we need to drain the power from Mordak's active wand.
Mordak's wand glows brightly with restrained power.
So let's put that one here. And then we have this dead wand.
The old wand doesn't seem to have any vitality left in it.
Alright, so let's put this wand without vitality over on this side. Alright. And so what happens next defies all reason. And you are about to see why. So, remember that block of cheese that we found in a mouse hole? Well, this is where it comes in handy. You know, that block of cheese that we needed to use a fishing hook to retrieve? That block of cheese that we had a limited time to get? Well, friends,
Graham has no idea what Mordak does with this strange contraption, but it couldn't be good. Inside the lower portion, a foul-smelling liquid bubbles, while two dangling spiked gizmos hang on a massive yoke above a couple of flat iron platters.
This is what that cheese is for. It is a cheese-powered machine. That's right.
Graham tosses the moldy cheese into the machine's bubbling liquid.
Yep, we see this machine go for quite a long time here.
Mordak's wand now barely glows. Perhaps its power has weakened while Wand now appears completely energized.
Good. Okay. So, while we're waiting here, I just thought I would share with you the way in which our dear King's Quest companion was able to explain how King Graham was able to discover the mechanism that powered this machine. All the king could do was to search Mordak's laboratory in hope of finding some way to either free his family or escape with them. The lower level proved fruitless, so Graham sprinted up the stairs to the balcony. This place, too, offered the king little inspiration, except for one large contraption, a machine, which was burping away at the far end. Graham rushed to the thing in order to inspect it more closely. The machine had the smell of technology about it. Ah, the smell of technology. Metal gears and levers and cogs and spokes waited to be set in motion. It was an unclean thing, bearing 2 narrow platters on either side, and metal rods which ran between them. At its center, near the bottom, was a pool of burbling liquid, simmering expectantly. Graham had no idea what the metallic monster's purpose might be. The platters, however, suggested to Graham that they might hold something. 2 somethings, actually, with dimensions like those of a stick or a wand. Magic wands, Graham exclaimed loudly. The platters are the perfect size for holding magic wands. Maybe it was the fact that he still had Mordak's brightly glowing wand of magic in his hand, which gave him the inspiration. Whatever its source, the king knew that he possessed 2 of the items, and the other was dead and powerless. Could it be that this is how Mordak charges and recharges the power of his wand? If so, I can steal its power and put it in Crispin's wand. With it, perhaps, I can restore my family to normal size and escape his evil plan. I think that the king did not think that through in such detail. He had not the time. Graham placed Crispin's wand on one side of the contraption and then put Mordak's side on the other. Mordak's on the other. He waited, but nothing happened. Drat, he spurted. How do I make this thing work? When Cassima had rescued Graham from the dungeon cell, he had absently put the piece of old cheese into his pocket along with the fishhook. Now he recalled it, his memory jolted by the aroma of the machine's liquid heart. Maybe odorous cheese is what powers it, he mumbled. It most certainly smells that way, and stranger things have happened in this adventure of mine. So Graham placed the moldied morsel into the bubbling brew and stepped back. Nothing happened again. Drat! I was hoping I was right. He was. Mordak's machine finally started to do something. And that is how King Graham discovered the mystery of the cheese and how it powers the machine that Mordak uses to charge his wand. So let's retrieve our working wand. Let's see what happens next.
What's going on here? I'll take care of you, you swine.
Graham, I've heard from Preston.
So, funny story.
What have you done to my wand? You think you can outwit me, little man? Ha! Let me show you a thing or two.
Alright, so funny story. If you fail to save Cedric back on the Harpy Island, he will not come in the nick of time to tell you that he has just heard a message from Crispin, and because he does not come in the nick of time, you get zapped by Mordak. So, the point is, Cedric, at the end of the day, did have a role to play in all of this, and that was to bumble in like an idiot at the very last minute and take a bullet for you. Good guy, Cedric, good guy, we salute you. Alright, so let's get back to defeating Mordak. Okay, so he is a dragon, or some kind, or a flying beast, at any rate. So perhaps this is what we want? Alright. That was the wrong one.
That wasn't a very smart move, Graham.
Sorry, guys. My memory has not served me too well. Okay. Well, unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait through this sequence again.
Graham tosses the moldy cheese into the machine's bubbling liquid.
Mordak's machine finally started to do something. Evidently, it took some time to begin working, a sure sign that technology was at work. But the thing slowly started to glow, and unknown powers began building, then running over and through the myriad parts. The powers then concentrated themselves on Crispin's wand, which glowed with new power. Brighter and brighter it shone. And at the same time, Mordak's wand dulled. The entire process was accompanied with crackles and hisses.
Mordak's wand now barely glows.
And sharp,
perhaps its power has
booming
weakened,
crashes.
while Crispin's old wand now appears completely energized.
When it finally finished, in sudden silence, Mordak's wand had blackened, and a tiny wisp of pale smoke drifted away from it. Graham paid it little heed, but went and retrieved the wand Crispin had given him. It was vibrating with fresh power. Alright, let's try this again.
What's going on here? I'll take care of you, you swine.
Graham, I've heard from Crispin.
Cedric had a role to play in all this.
What the?
What the? An owl?
What have you done to my wand?
What have you done to this owl?
Think
Why is
you
he
can
wearing
outwit me,
a...
little man? Ha!
Why
Let
is he
me
wearing
show
a
you
vest?
thing or two.
And a monocle? Alright. So... What Wizard says, do you seriously have to watch the whole charging thing every time you mess this up? Probably not, actually. I think I could save it real quick after it's done, right before I grab the wand. So I probably should have done that. Okay. So... what do I turn into? The dragon thing. I tried the bunny rabbit, and that didn't seem to work out so well. Let's try the tiger. Tigers are pretty powerful, right?
Why, you little...
Alright, I guess that was the right move. Okay, step 2 of the wizard's duel. He is now a dragon, so we will turn into a jackrabbit, who will hop away from his flames.
You think you're so smart, don't you? Well,
I love
I've
hearing
got
that
you
voice coming out
now.
of the dragon. A snake.
Say goodbye, swine.
And what is the natural enemy of the snake but this thing? The weasel. Or whatever that is.
So, this is the way you want to play.
Now you'll see how snake-like I can be. Alright. Finally, what can defeat fire but a rainstorm? Oh, it's a mongoose, says What Wizard. That makes sense. Which actually does kill snakes in the wild. Alright, well, guess that is a logical solution then.
Warning, this cartoon
Yeah,
contains
yeah,
material
explicit.
that may be necessary.
I get it. But how does this all end? I'm at the edge of
Now
my
why
seat.
won't you work? Oh, Princess Cosima. Well, I did it. Mordak is dead.
Yes, he
Dead?
is.
Are you sure? Maybe he's only trying to trick you.
He's dead, all right. He turned himself into a fire, and I put him out with rainwater. He'll never bother anyone else ever again. But now I have a bigger problem. I don't know what to do about my family or my castle. I don't know how to turn them back to normal.
After all you've been through, there must be a way.
Crispin!
I have the solution to all your problems,
Crispin
Graham.
Ex Machina.
While you and Cedric were gone, I did some asking around, and I found out that your son, Alexander, had the dubious distinction, if you may, of turning Mordak's brother, Mananan, into a cat some time back.
Why didn't you just
Obviously, this deed
use your
angered
magical
Mordak,
powers to vanish
who could
us to
do
this
nothing about
island,
it, since
Crispin?
this particular spell could only be undone by the actual perpetrator, your son. It doesn't take a great genius to figure out that Mordak took your family and castle in revenge to try to persuade Alexander to restore Mananan back to his old self.
All right.
I did discover, as now I see, that your castle and family were miniaturized and imprisoned inside a glass bottle.
They were miniaturized.
I did some research and found the spell for turning everything back to normal.
Oh, good,
Now
that
watch.
spell. The spell for turning everything back to normal. Let's hear it.
Hocus Pocus Aliophus.
Alright, so in case anyone was wondering, the spell for magically turning everything back to normal is Hocus Pocus Alioshus. Might be useful knowledge later on.
Valonese, my children, my joy knows no limit.
My joy knows no limits.
Here.
Oh, Princess Cosima, how could I forget you? Come over here. Let me introduce you to my family. This is my wife, Queen Valanice, my daughter, Princess Rosella, and my son, Prince Alexander, who started this whole mess. All of you, this is Princess Cosima.
So
from the
you're
land of
angry
the
at
Green
your
Isle.
son
Without her, none of
for
us
turning
would be
Banana
standing
into a
here
cat
now. She bravely saved
in order
my
to
life.
escape from slavery.
My lady, I am deeply in your debt, and I will make it up to you. With your permission, I'd like to travel to the land of the Green Isles to see you.
That was quick.
All right. Now
Whoa,
that we've
slow
done
down
with
there,
all
Romeo.
the formalities, let's get on with business, shall we? Higgledy! Higgledy! Pooh!
Higgly Piggly Poo, the spell for...
Be assured that your castle is right back where it belongs, and the right size.
putting the castle back where it
But
belongs.
now
Higgly
it's
Piggly
time that
Poo.
everyone return to their homes, with my help, of course. Alakazam, Alakazoo, Alakaz.
Wait! What about Cedric?
Where is Cedric?
Over there! Mordak.
I like how they just left him lying
Is there
on the,
anything
dead on the
you can do
ground all
about
this
it?
time.
Let me think. Ah, yes.
There's
I
a spell
think
for
I
that,
know.
too.
Abracabara? No, abracadora? Now what is that confounded word? Oh, yes! Abracadabra!
Abracadabra, the spell for bringing owls back from the dead.
Oh, Crispin!
Cedric, it sure is good to see you again.
Oh, likewise, I'm sure.
All right, enough is enough. Let's get on with it. Okay, Cosima, let's send you home first. Wasn't that the land of the Green Isles?
Yes, that's right. I can't wait to see my parents again. Goodbye, Alexander. Perhaps we'll meet again.
Perhaps
You
in
can
King's
be
Quest
sure of
6,
that, my lady.
to err is human.
Before you send us all home, Crispin, I just want to thank you for all your help. And you too, Cedric. I wouldn't be standing here with my family without you two. I'm deeply, deeply grateful.
The one time
All
you
in
came
a
in
day's
handy.
work, my boy. All in a day's work,
When
right,
you-
Cedric?
Right, Crispin?
Okay, back
Absorbed
home you go.
Mordak's
Alakazam.
magical blast.
Alakazoo. Alakazee.
Well, there she is, our happy home, and we're all safe and sound once more. Let's go home, shall we?
Yes, let's.
You know, as silly as that all was, you have no idea how satisfying it was for me to finish this game after playing it for years when I was growing up. Seriously, I think this was maybe like a little under 3 hours of playtime now, but I know this game so well only because I played it every friggin' day for like 2 or 3 years of my life. And you want to know what the thing is that I think made this game so as appealing to me as it was? Despite all of its flaws, despite the mind-numbingly stupid puzzles, despite how just completely annoying Cedric the Owl is, in spite of all those flaws, the thing that made me love this game as a kid, I think, was those environments. the environments in this game look really good. I think they did a very good job of taking advantage visually. Now I'm talking visually, not in terms of game design, but visually they did a very good job of taking full advantage of fairly limited tech and making something that really did look really good. I really like the hand painted backgrounds and the blend, the chosen blend of colors of those 256 colors in the environments, especially Mordek's castle. I just think has a really good haunting visual look, much like the outdoor area in the Colonel's Bequest that I loved so much. But yeah, I mean, I think the thing that makes the game so just special in a way, even though it is again a very flawed game, but the thing that makes it so special to me is those environments, and that very thing. I mean, like, if you compare that to the previous King's Quest games, there's so many more environments in this. I mean, yes, you do spend about half the game in this really weird hybrid desert, rainforest, swamp world of wherever the heck that the opening portion of this game took place. But throughout the rest of it, you go on this harrowing journey through snow, across the sea, into Mordek's castle. But yeah, I mean, that the very thing that strung those really cool-looking environments together is the very thing that also made the game very narratively odd, I guess I would say. Just, I don't know, the sheer geography of it is very strange and very difficult to understand. The story, the writing is obviously piss poor. The puzzle design is non-existent. I mean, really, the only way that you could solve most of these puzzles is by trying as many random inventory items as you can on as many things, and until you can finally advance the game. I'm referring probably specifically to the cheese and machine puzzle, in addition to the honeycomb, or the honey on the ground with the gems puzzle in order to trap the elves that you did not even know were there until you began to throw out gems on the ground, which you would literally have no... I think the only way that we discovered how to do that when I was growing up, I, of course, beat this game without a walkthrough initially. Beat it now without a walkthrough, but only because I know it so well. But when I played this initially, the way that I figured that out, or the way that me and my brother figured that out, is just by taking all of our items and clicking them everywhere on every single screen in the forest until we were able to escape. And in doing that, we were eventually able to click the emeralds on the ground, and of course at that point Graham started tossing them out and started attracting those elves. So yeah, I mean, gameplay-wise, this game is pretty poor. The voice acting is atrocious. The puzzles, or the design, the geography is just terrible. But despite all that, I really like this game. And I know that a big part of it for me is nostalgia. But aside from that, I really, really do like the way that the game looks. And I do really like the environments. Yeah, this game affected me as a kid. It really captured my imagination. If I try my best to distance myself from that history I have with it, I think I would have to honestly say that, you know, it's not a very good game on a lot of levels, and in fact, I would have a hard time recommending it. Although I would say that it's historically important enough, and I think that it does have enough redeeming qualities that it might be worth playing with the walkthrough, or it might be worth watching a Let's Play of, as you obviously just did. You know, just to enjoy those environments, and just to kind of get swept up in the sort of naive, stupid charm of the whole thing. But yeah, pretty awful game, but one that I adore, even so. So, a walking definition of a good, bad adventure game. And that's King's Quest V. So, thank you for joining me tonight on the stream. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again tomorrow for the first part of King's Quest VI to air today, gone tomorrow is the title of that. I almost said to air as human, which is actually the title of the third game. But tomorrow I will play the first part of King's Quest VI, Heir today, gone tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I will see you then.